I am not only a Navy veteran, but also a geriatric nurse practitioner and a mom of 4 young adults now. And so yesterday we did a lot of speaking about the concerns that moms and dads and families have out there. And for me, I worry about my children's financial future, right? I mean, I have young adults and they're ages 15 to 22. So I worry if they're going to be able to buy a car, buy a house, pay off their credit card bills. I mean, the economy has been in shambles. Everything costs more. We know this. This is a fact, despite what they say about Bidenomics and this and that. The cost of living, the American dream has just been taken away from so many people. So I worry about that for my kids. I also really worry about their safety. I think every mom and dad and parent out there just really worries about their kids when they're driving, when they're home alone, when they're out with their friends, when they're at college and they're away from us. We worry about safety and security issues for our children. Joe Biden has made our country less safe. We're seeing that through increased violent crimes from illegal immigrants to not supporting law enforcement and what that's done to our communities. So as a mom, that's certainly a priority that I want to hear from Joe Biden. What has he done? He needs to take some ownership of the less safe communities that every family is living in. In addition to that, I'm also a Navy mom, so I have children that serve now, and so I am very much concerned about America on the world stage. And we have shown very weak leadership. We have other countries that literally make fun of our president on late night TV. It's not great. So because of that, our world has become less safe, starting with the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan, to what we've seen with Russia invading Ukraine, to what we've seen with Iran-backed Hamas and Israel, and the increased aggression on a daily basis from Southeast Asia. So I know that our military men and women, especially the ones from my district and the 2nd District of Virginia, are always put in harm's way. That also means my children are going to go in harm's way. So speaking on behalf of military parents, military families out there, the world is less safe. He's put my kids and so many other military families at risk. So I need Joe Biden to own up to that. This is a audition for him for re-election, and I am not sure he's going to live up to the standard that we expect and that we deserve as a great nation.
To your point, I know yesterday you spoke in support of a bill to kind of get Ukraine aid, Israel aid, and border supplemental kind of through the House. Where do you see that standing, and where would you like to see maybe Biden or other House Republicans taking leadership on that issue?
Yeah, so I've backed a bipartisan bill that has both Democrats and Republicans being supportive of border security. This has been an issue that's important to all Republicans and a lot of Democrats as well. We've got to do something to curb the crazy spike, the 12 million plus illegal immigrants that have come across our border that are now here. But in addition to that, we also have to be there for our allies. I need our friends to trust us and our enemies to fear us. And I worry about, again, the weakness that our current president has shown. We're not there for our friends. We're not upholding our end of the bargain. We are the leaders of the free world. We need to continue to hold that position, but we've got to be there for our friends. So supporting some reasonable defense-only funding, defense-only support is not only helpful for our allies, but also helpful for my own country. When I give away stockpiles of munitions to places like Ukraine, I can replenish them with better technology, newer equipment, and I can stimulate manufacturing and production here domestically for my defense industry. So I am supportive of all of those things that strengthen my military and also just reiterate to our friends that we're there for them.
Do you see that piece of legislation making it through the House? Because I know that with the Senate bill that kind of came and was dead on arrival in the House because it was missing border legislation. I know some House Republicans are kind of like, we need border as a standalone. Do you see that piece of legislation actually making it through?
We're hoping to put some pressure on leadership so that they will bring it to the floor. I know there's talk of a discharge petition as well. That may be an option, but I want to be able to vote on these issues. My district wants me to be able to vote on things like border security, things like aid for our allies. We haven't been given that opportunity. So we're trying to pressure leadership to hopefully bring that to a vote because we do have bipartisan support, and I do think that bill will pass.
You, along with several other Republicans yesterday, endorsed President Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, for the 2024 election after Super Tuesday. Do you see maybe more endorsements coming out from your Republican colleagues, and do you think now is the time to get behind him as the general election kind of gets underway?
Yeah, it's time to unify the team, right? We need a Republican back in the White House. We need a Republican administration. This country cannot stand 4 more years of Joe Biden in the White House. I'm a geriatric nurse practitioner. I watch his cognitive decline every single day. It's embarrassing for me, and as a person who cares about the security of my country and our standing in the world, we've got to put better leadership back in place. So it's time to unify as a team.